Good evening everyone, happy Monday, welcome back to the vlog. This will be vlog 10? Vlog 9? I don't know, I can't remember. The weeks are all blurring together. I have just finished my Monday night Zumba class. It was a really good class tonight. I mean, it's always a good class, so I kind of don't really like, I don't know what to say about it because it's just such a good class. I really enjoy it. So this is the end of week 3 for the challenge and the start of week 4 on Wednesday. So the differences going forward is, as of Wednesday, we take off 40 grams of carbs. So we drop down to 120 grams of carbs and everything else stays the same. So we don't up our calories, so there will be a bit of a calorie drop. But because we up our workouts, theoretically what should happen is you should stay around the same anyway, because you're obviously having your post-workout shake and you're theoretically also having some carbs after your workout as well. So it should kind of even out, providing that we're actually following the plan the way that we should. So I'm a little nervous about that. There's been some days where I've been so hungry, and then there's been other days where I felt completely fine. So I'm just a little nervous about what the carb drop is gonna kind of do and how I'm gonna feel about that. But that's okay, that's future Tegan's problem. Wednesday Tegan can deal with that. I have booked myself in to get another body scan done. So one of my lovely friends suggested that I book in and get a body scan done at the halfway point. And I was like, that's a really great idea, let's do that. So I'm booked in tomorrow night. So straight after work, I will head down to ASN and they're gonna do the body scan for me. But yeah, so I'm feeling better this week than I was last Monday. Obviously, I started last vlog in a really negative headspace. I'm still not loving the challenge, and I don't think I'm going to. I'm not anticipating that that's going to change now. We're basically at the halfway point. It is what it is. I still haven't cheated. I've still kept to everything. I haven't kept to the exercises perfectly, but I do so many classes that it kind of evens out anyway. But in terms of the food, I haven't cheated once, and I'm feeling really proud of myself for doing that. So I'm about to head home. I'm gonna go have some dinner and then off to bed, because I'm gonna come back to the gym at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning to do my walk, given that I'm gonna have the in-body scan and also the massage tomorrow night, so I'm not gonna have time to work out then. But thank you all for checking back in. I hope you've had a lovely whatever day it is that you're watching this, and I'll check back in tomorrow. Good morning team, happy Wednesday. I have just finished my grit class. I literally am sweating like nobody's, it's disgusting. It's actually disgusting. I don't know if you can see, but I literally have sweat on the bottom of my nose. It's gross. Is that overshare? Does that count as overshare? I don't know. I didn't want to get up this morning. I got home super late last night. It was midnight before I even felt sleepy, and then obviously my alarm started going off at 5:15 this morning, and I was not there for it. But I love grit so much that I didn't want to miss it. It's easily my favorite class, and I just, I was like, I'm tired, I'm gonna be grumpy, but if I don't go, I'm gonna be unhappy with myself later. In an hour's time, when I do wake up for work, I'm gonna be shitty with myself that I chose an hour's sleep over my favorite class. So I got up, I got dressed, and I came. And I feel good for it now. I feel so much better for it now, because I love that class so much. It was very similar to last week's class, so the same kind of moves, the same kind of options, and again, I'm not taking as many modifications. I do take some modifications in grit, because there's things with my bad arm that I just can't do, but the modifications are minimal. I'm still pushing myself just as hard even with the modifications, and feeling really good. I didn't get time to weigh myself this morning, but the in-body scan weighed me yesterday, and that was 136.8, which is amazing. I'm super happy with that. I don't know if my weight loss has slowed a little, or if I'm just not paying attention. I don't know. But yeah, so down to 136.8 officially this morning. So that will probably do my Wednesday update. Feeling good today, not good about the challenge, still over that, even though we did another cook up last night and the food's amazing, still just over it. But either way, all done. I'm gonna go home, and I don't think I'll check back in with you guys again today, but we'll see. Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday night. I've just finished at the gym. I just did a bit of the weights, upper body, I don't know, whatever it's called, session tonight for the challenge. So I didn't get up in time this morning to make it to body pump, and I was really mad at myself because that's like the third week in a row that I've missed it, and I really love that class. I'm just struggling to get out of bed. I don't know what is going on. So I decided that I was going to come after work and just a little bit. I didn't want to go when it was packed. Some of the upper body things that I have to do in the challenge makes me a little anxious. I get really nervous about whether or not I can or can't do them, whether or not my arm will or will not kind of let me, I don't know, do them the way that they're intended, and kind of whether or not my arm will let me down. So I don't know if I've explained in the vlog what's wrong with my arm. I know I definitely explored it on Instagram, but essentially, I don't know if you'll be able to see my massive scar. Back in 2008, so almost 10 years ago now, I was involved in a car accident. I was a passenger, and as a result of that accident, I completely shattered my humerus. And no, it wasn't very funny. I've heard that joke a million times. And I also tore my radial nerve, which is a nerve that goes down here and then wraps around and controls everything from the elbow down. So I now have 23 screws and 2 plates in my arm, kind of just holding everything together. I'm full of titanium. It's a very expensive bionic arm. And unfortunately, it means that I do have quite a lot of reduced strength in that arm. So stuck with videos that my halo light is dying. Yeah, so as a result of the car accident and the injuries that I sustained to my arm, I have arthritis in my elbow joint that will just gradually get worse as I get older, and a reduced strength. So when it comes to doing things like push-ups and pull-ups and just any of those kinds of things that requires that upper body strength, I just don't have it. So I was really, really nervous because this round, as I said, has some push-ups, it has the TRX pull-ups, like it just has things that I wasn't sure my arm was going to be able to do. So I wanted to come to the gym quite late. I didn't get here until about 9:15. Yeah, surprisingly, my arm held up really well. So you're meant to do 20 push-ups and then 20 of the TRX pull-ups. I can't, like there's just no possible way that I can do that. So instead I did 10 and then I rested, and then I did 10 of the TRX, and then I rested, and then I did another 10. So I was able to do 30 quite easily. Like it was still a struggle, but easier than I thought I was going to be. And then as I attempted like the next rep of 10, I could feel my arm getting weaker and weaker, and I don't want to hurt it. When I've pushed it too far in the past, it's knocked me out for weeks, and I don't want to do that. So I did 5 and then I stopped. So I only did 35 push-ups and 35 of the TRX pull-ups, but it's 35 more than I thought I could do. So I feel a lot more confident now knowing that I can at least do some of them. I mean, I can't do it as the challenge intended, obviously, but I can still do more than I thought I could. So I'm pretty happy with that. I also was terrified of the TRX pull-ups. I don't know why. I know it's completely illogical, but I just had this fear that the roof was going to fall down in on me because of my weight. It's so stupid because clearly they're rated and they've got specifications and all that kind of thing. But I was seriously so terrified that I haven't wanted to use them before. And then tonight I smashed out 35. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think again, it just kind of highlights how much of this is a mental mind game, more so than a physical mind game. So that will do my Thursday. I'm going to head home, have a quick shower, jump into bed, and then try and get some sleep and maybe get some decent sleep because, tell you what, I've been really tired this week. Happy Saturday, everyone. I didn't get up in time this morning for my PT session, so it takes me about 16 to 17 minutes to drive to the gym, and I woke up at 6 o'clock when it starts at 6:15. So considering like I was still in my PJs, I hadn't done any of my morning routine, I was not going to make it to the gym on time. So I rolled over, went back to sleep, and decided I was going to get up at 7:30 and go to the 8 a.m. body combat class. And I woke up at 7:45. So I rolled back over and I went back to sleep, and I woke up at 9:30. I mean, I feel amazing because I had so much sleep, and that's great, but I was kind of shitty that I didn't make it to the gym. So I thought, rather than going to the gym, because I'm still kind of in the same mind frame that I was last night, like I just can't be bothered, I wanted to do something. I haven't been swimming for the last 4 weeks because the plan like doesn't kind of correlate to that. So I decided that I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to force myself. I'm not going to make it horrible and do something I really don't want to do. Instead, I'm going to take myself to the pool, and I'm going to use my low intensity steady state, which I have to do an hour worth of, and go for a swim. So that's what I did. I just swam 1 kilometer. Took me just under an hour, but that's okay. And I feel so good for it. I love swimming so much, and I always feel so amazing when I get out of the pool. Our local swimming pool has an indoor and an outdoor, and as you guys have seen in the previous vlogs, I've been in the indoor because the outdoor was seasonally closed, and that reopened this week. So despite the fact that it is currently 16 degrees outside, I went to the outdoor pool. There was no children. It was literally just me and one other lady doing laps, and it was divine. I didn't realize, I should have, but I didn't click, that it's actually a 50-meter pool, whereas the indoor one's 25 meters. So on my Garmin, I have my swimming like stats and whatever else set to 25 meters. And it wasn't until I was about 6 laps in and I decided I would try and do a freestyle lap, and I got 3/4 of the way down the pool and was struggling so much. I had to turn over and do backstroke for the last little bit of it. But I went, maybe this isn't 25 meters. So I couldn't change my watch at that point. You can go in and edit the activity afterwards on the app. So I just left it, and then yeah, swam what the watch told me was 500 meters, was actually 1 kilometer. But I'm feeling good now, which is awesome. So it is my 5-year wedding anniversary today, and my hubby and I are going to go out for dinner tonight. So I'm going to go home, I'm going to deal with this chlorinated hair, and then get ready for dinner. And I'm having cheesy garlic bread tonight. I literally said to my husband, I don't care where we go so long as they serve cheesy garlic bread, because I'm cheating on this stupid challenge today and I'm having cheesy garlic bread. So I'm not quite sure where we're gonna go exactly. So long as the menu has cheesy garlic bread on it, I'll be happy, because cheesy garlic bread is life, and I'm completely okay with that. One of my little micro goals that I mentioned on Instagram was not to cheat on the challenge for all of November. Given I didn't cheat in October, I'm not counting today, because I said literally from the get-go that my wedding anniversary I was going out for dinner with my husband. So, you know, because it's so restrictive, it's not really conducive for going out for dinner or doing social activities. So I had already stated this was going to be my one cheat day, and I'm going to bloody enjoy it. I'm on track so far, so it's just going to be dinner that is kind of the cheat, but that's okay. I probably won't update with you guys again until tomorrow, so I will check back in with you then. Literally since we got our jet skis, I have wanted to come here, and we've just never been able to make it happen. Either the weather's been shit, or there's been too many people out, or whatever it might be. But look at this. Look at the seals! I'm so excited right now. No matter what my mood is, the minute I am on the skis, I am instantly in a happy mood. It is just, I live for summer. I live for hot weather. I live for minimal wind, because look at this. It is so calm. This is the best form of cardio known to man. Hey team, happy Sunday. I have just done my measurements for you guys. Given I didn't do them last week, I kind of expected to see more of a change, but I also didn't lose that much in the last week and a half. So kind of like not surprised that it didn't change, but also kind of frustrated that it didn't change. So I've got them written down for you. Overall this week, I lost another centimetre from my neck, which means that's 4 centimetres in total gone. I lost another 2 centimetres from my bust. I lost another centimetre from my waist. I didn't lose anything from my arms, but given I lost quite a bit last time, that kind of probably evened out a little bit. I lost a centimetre from my hips. I didn't lose anything from my thighs, and I also lost a centimetre from my calves. But the most exciting thing, and I don't know if you guys are able to read this, look at this, 100 centimetres gone. Oh my God, I've lost an entire metre off my body, which is amazing. So I didn't get the chance this week to debrief with you guys how I went with my in-body scan. The time has just kind of flown since Wednesday, and you know, I thought I would probably run through it all with you. So I have my original scan and the one that I just got done at ASN in Traralgon. So thank you so much to Adam. You were super helpful and I really appreciate it. A little concerning with the results. Apparently I shrunk almost 2 centimeters, which basically means that the original scan was incorrect. So Adam, who is the manager at ASN in Traralgon, he scanned me twice, and he measured me up against their in-store measurements, and it was definitely correct the second time, which means that it was incorrect when InBody did it for me as part of the challenge, which is a little bit frustrating because it means that all of my results are penned off of that height of 179 centimeters as opposed to the 177.2. So it's a little frustrating, but that's okay. We saw an overall 4 kilo drop in my total percentage of body fat mass, which is great. That's where we want to see the decrease. But the only problem is that in terms of my muscle mass, we also saw almost a 2 kilo drop. So I was a little bit concerned about that, obviously, because I don't want to be dropping there. I want to be gaining there. And Adam kind of said that it probably is because of the difference in the height and everything like that. So overall, not huge differences, which is kind of frustrating considering I've been working so hard on this stupid challenge, but it hasn't gone the wrong way except for the muscle mass. So, you know, I'm really, really happy with the 4 kilos loss of body fat. Adam was fantastic. I had a really negative experience in another ASN the weekend prior, where the guy serving just didn't have time for me and my friend in any way, shape or form. He was actually a bit of a dick, but that's okay. Adam was lovely. He was fantastic. I got there at about 5:30 for my body scan, and I was there until 6:45. The shop's meant to close at 6 o'clock. So Adam spent so much time with me. He literally went through everything. He asked so many questions. He had, you know, heaps of advice. He was really, really knowledgeable, and he didn't treat me like the fat girl that was wasting his time. You know, I never felt like I shouldn't be there. I never felt like my time wasn't just as important as someone who is super duper fit and uses all the supplements and, you know, is like lean and all of that. Like, I just didn't, he made me feel super comfortable. He made me feel like I definitely belonged there, and I really appreciated that, particularly given that at another ASN store, as I said the weekend before, I didn't have that experience at all. So I don't know, like, I'm a little disappointed that the height and everything was incorrect because, as I said, it's kind of gonna skew everything, but you know, it is what it is. At least now I know that I can go back to the ASN in Traralgon, which will be super easy for me after work, and I can, you know, jump on when I need to and kind of have that like quarterly or 6 monthly checkup and kind of see how I'm tracking. So that's like a really, really good thing to know. I'm finishing the week not in a great mindset. I'm really, really over this challenge. I haven't seen the results this week, so I'm finishing this week weighing, 136.8. So, and look, admittedly that was at 5 p.m. and when I weighed myself the day before I was 136.5. So, you know, I'm in that 136 range, but the week prior I was in the 137s, and I was in the low 137s. So, you know, I didn't even lose a kilo this week, which is super frustrating, particularly given the challenge. But that's okay. I'm gonna keep trugging through. You know, I'm definitely not loving it. I have had enough. I really, really have had enough. I want to go back to, you know, I guess you'd call it intuitive eating, you know, being really mindful about what I'm putting in my body, you know, counting my calories but not being like crazy about them, and just kind of, you know, making the right choices but still not restricting myself. I don't know, guys, it's hard. We're in week 4, you know, we're partway through week 4, week 5 is about to start. Some people are seeing amazing results and I'm so happy for them. It just seems to have been like a super duper push start for me, and now it seems to have slowed down a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see what next week has in store, and then maybe that'll kind of make me feel a little bit better about things. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. This is officially the end of vlog 10, which means it's been 10 weeks that I have been, you know, filming and just like doing little snippets of my day-to-day activities. So if you've watched some, if you've watched one, if you've watched all of my videos, I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, make sure to hit subscribe as well as a little bell so that way you get the notifications when I've posted. As always, if you have any questions, any queries, anything you're curious about, make sure to just leave the comments down below, and be sure to go check out my Instagram because I'm super duper active over there. Have a lovely week, guys.